Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is what we're going to make today. It is a beautiful box. It's got a belly band that slides off, just like this. I'm trying to be careful because this is still a little bit wet. I just finished making it. We've got crystal drops on there. So that is our belly band. We'll set that over to the side. And then the box, now it fits together really, really tight, so you don't have to worry about the top falling off of it. The box is 8 by 8, and so you've got plenty of room in there to put all of your good gifts for Valentine's Day. It's very easy to make, and as you see, the top's not going to fall off. It is 2 inches deep, so that you put lots of things in here. So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 12 by 12. And we're going to score at 2 inches on all 4 sides. Okay, so that's 2 inches on all 4 sides. And now the top, we're going to do basically the same. But what we want to do with the top so that it'll fit, we're going to put it up on a scoreboard, and then you're going to move it out just a tiny bit, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, just a tiny bit. Make sure it's still flush at the top, and just over here you've got just a little bit of a gap. Just about like that. And then you're going to score it too. So put it up against there, and then just slide it out just a tiny bit. Score it 2. Slide it up, pull it out just a tiny bit. Score it 2. Do that all the way around. Okay. So that is your scoring. Let's go ahead and start working on the bottom. I'm just going to fold and burnish everything. And then you're going to cut up on these corners just like we have so many times before, and you're going to wedge out just a tiny bit on each side. So just about like that. And then turn it and do the same thing. So once you have all of those corners cut and wedged, then you can just go ahead and put your box together. I'm using art glitter glue, and you're just going to put kind of a generous amount on each tab. And then you want to match your corners up. Just make sure that the score line meets the edge of your paper when you fold it up. Then you're going to do it on all 4 sides. There you go. So there's the bottom of your box. So that's nice and big. This is what? 8 by 8 maybe? It looks like it is an 8 by 8 box, I believe. Let's just measure. Yep, it's 8 by 8. Then we're going to go ahead and do the top. This is a Teflon bone folder. If you don't have one of these, you don't know what you're missing when it comes to scoring. Doesn't make any marks on your paper, and it scores really, really easy. Okay, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to cut up on your score lines and then just wedge out just a little bit. Just like that. All 4 corners. And then we can go ahead and put this one together just like we did the bottom. Just make sure when you're putting the top together that you don't pull these past the score line. You want this to fit really well, and if you pull it past that score line, it's going to be too tight. Now let's see how it fits. There you go, it fits perfect. I'm going to put a little bit more glue right under here. That one didn't go down well. But as you can see, the top doesn't come off, so it fits just perfect. And when you slide it down on there, and you can hear the air coming out of the box, then you know you've got it fit really well. Hear that? Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do our mats on here. So we have our mats cut. The white one is cut at 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. We're just going to put that one down first. Just leaving a little border all the way around. And then this one is cut at 7 1/2 by 7 1/2. And this is a paper pad that we had from last year. It is called, I believe, Sweetheart. Yes, Sweetheart by Authentique. If I can find it, I'll link it below. I love this paper pad. I couldn't get any more of it this year, but if I can find it anywhere in anybody's store, I will link it below. Then I'm just going to put this piece down, leaving that little bit of border all the way around. There we go. Isn't that cute already? Then we have a belly band, and this belly band, I cut 2 pieces at 2 inches by 12 inches because this is quite a big box, so we're going to have to glue this together. And I'm just going to use my art glitter glue this time. So I'm going to take the 2 pieces and I'm just going to lay them together like that. Now, if you wanted to take the time to try to match it all up and match your stripes up, you can. I'm not going to worry about that because a lot of mine on the front is going to be covered. And I just like to lay it on my grid paper, kind of see if I've got everything straight. Okay. Then we're going to take the belly band and we're just going to kind of fold it up around this. I'm just going to finger fold where my corners are. Just like that. And then we can just meet that in the center, in the front. I'm going to go ahead and take that off and then line this up and make sure that I've got my fold straight. Like that. Now let's lay this back on here and make sure. It looks like it fits very well. So then we can just glue this together on the front. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom one. Make sure I fold it over. Don't fold it too tight because you want them to be able to slide it off. Just fold it to where you leave just a tiny bit of room under there. There we go. And then I have a piece cut. See, that's what I was talking about. A lot of it's not going to show. This I cut from our waffle flower die, and I used the big stitched rectangle to cut a rectangle out. I will link these below if I can still find them. And we're going to put that down right there, but I'm going to use some new tape that I got. This is from Arteza. They have started carrying the double-sided strong tape. This is the foam mounting tape. It is strong adhesive, weather resistant, acid free, indoor and outdoor use. So we're going to see how this works. I've not used it before, so So we're going to use it on this. I'm just going to cut off a couple of pieces and put on the back of this. And make sure you just put it down the center, because you don't want anything sticking over here. You want to be able to, for this belly band to still slide off. And this you do kind of have to cut with your scissors, because that top is like that red line tape. If you've ever used that, that's what the top is made out of, that little part right there. So we're going to see how this works. Anything that I have left on my foam tape, I just stick it right there and we can use it again. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the backing off of this. I'm going to use my piercing tool and see how easy this comes off. So far, so good. It's a little bit more aggravating than the paper, but not much. There we go. Throw that away. And then just kind of center this up on here. I'm going to lay it down easy and then hold it up where I can see it. See if I've got it kind of centered. Looks pretty good. And then I have used some dies that I had, and this is a die set, and I can't remember exactly, but I'll link it below. I have it saved in my Amazon store, so I'll link this below. And all it does, it doesn't really cut out the outside, but it punches the holes in the die like that. And then I just use my scissors to trim out around it and make it look like a little doily. I think that's cute. So I cut 2 of those. And again, I'm going to use the foam tape. And I think I may use double layers. So I'm going to pop it up pretty good. So let's see how this works with folding it. Oh yeah, it sticks good to itself. Make sure I put this on the right side. And then we're going to put one kind of right there. I have a hard time getting anything off with my fingernails. Okay, fold that over, stick it to itself, and then we're going to put one right there, and that gives us that double dimension on there. And then I'm just going to kind of lay this one a little bit further down, like that. There we go. And then I have the small hearts that I cut. They're going to go in the center, and I used this die set that I showed the other day, and I linked below my video the other day. I'll link this again. I love these. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different dies in here, different sizes, and I just used the largest one. And I'm just going to use some foam dots on this. We're just going to kind of lay that where it looks like it was kind of made to go right there. We have another one right here. There we go. So we got those. And then I cut this out of the paper collection, and it's just a little typewriter, and it says I love you. And I think I'll tuck that in somewhere right in there. And I'll probably put it up on some foam tape too. Let me look at it. Yeah, I think I'll tuck that right in there. And I'm going to put it up on a couple of pieces of foam tape. And I'm only going to use the foam tape down at the bottom, so that it doesn't stick to our box. This tape feels really, really strong, which is a good thing. Ooh. because it's sticking to me. All right. Now, let's slide that kind of right there. And I think I'll put another piece that's doubled up. And I'm going to make sure that I don't get it on the box, but I put it right up there at the top. So that kind of stands up too. So there's that. Then I have just these little heart bling, and I got these quite a few years ago. This is all I have left, I do believe. And if I can find any again, I will link them below. I'll try to link everything that I use below the video. I don't even know if these are going to come off with the whole heart on there or not. We're going to see, because they're pretty old. They may fall apart on me. No, maybe not. Okay, so we're going to put the little heart right there in the center. Like that. And then, let's see, we got another one over here. There we go. Those went in there well. Then I have a few little pink sequins, and I'm going to put those just in some different places around through here. I think I'm going to just make some dots and put those in some different areas. We're going to use our pickup tool. I'm just going to sprinkle a few out on my desk. Oh, that was way too many. Let me know who else is good at spilling sequins everywhere. I am famous for it. But I should have had my little container here and I wouldn't have spilled some. But that's okay. This little tool is ideal for picking these up though. Now I'm going to take just a couple of these really pretty pink gems here, and I'm going to put one on that end, and then one down here. Then I'm going to take our crystal drops, and with this heart right here, I'm just going to fill it in with crystal drops. And when this dries, it'll have a nice sparkle and it'll be dimensional. And it has a self-leveling agent in it, so if you think that you didn't get it quite level enough, don't worry about it. It'll level itself out. See if you can see that. Isn't that pretty? And I think that may be all I do to our box. I think that is super cute. This will hold tons of things. Now, if you want to reinforce this box, you can. You can go inside and put some chipboard in there, just like we've shown many, many times before, to reinforce it. I'm not going to do this one because what I'm going to put in here is going to be kind of light, so it's not going to need it. But if you think you're going to put something really heavy in here, you can go ahead and reinforce your box. You can put a piece of chipboard in the bottom, cover it with your cardstock, and put some on the sides. But I think mine is going to be just fine for what I need it for. But that is it, guys. A sweet, easy, beautiful box for Valentine's gifts. There are a couple more videos at the top that you might want to check out. We would appreciate it if you would. Down here in the lower left-hand corner, you'll find the link to our store. We have some beautiful Valentine paper over there and ephemera. And then over here, if you'll click on my face, you can subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to check out those videos, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.